Hello and good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us today. My name is James Flagg. I am one of the outreach coordinators for CEDA of Cook County, and we just want to welcome you to our CEDA Helps FsACE Barrier to Relief, or BRP program open house. It is now 12:58. We're going to start promptly at 1 p.m. So thank you all for joining us and your patience. We will be starting in less than 2 minutes. Thanks again. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Hello and welcome to our CEDA Helps Family Support and Community Engagement Barrier to Relief Program open house, or better known as our FsACE BRP open house. We are getting ready to get started with our presentation, so I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is James Flagg. I am one of the outreach coordinators for CEDA of Cook County, and I will be your host for today's presentation. So thanks again for joining us. For those that don't know, FsACE, as I mentioned previously, stands for Family Support and Community Engagement. So if you live in Suburban Cook County, you're looking for employment, and if you need to or you qualify for SNAP benefits, you are in the right place. If you need help paying any paying for your educational or training supplies, repairing your car, or if you need assistance breaking down barriers to employment, our FsACE BRP program is for you. Now, today's open house will dive into the details of what the FsACE BRP program is, how to apply to this unique program, and we're going to have a special guest in line later in the presentation to answer all of your questions live. But before we dive in, I do want to share a little housekeeping information. And while we're doing that, I'll get our poll started. Let's see, get this going. But while you all are waiting, go ahead and share a little bit of information about yourself. You should see a poll on the slide here. If you haven't done so already, please complete the poll. It should be on your screen. Our team is in the chat ready to gather your questions throughout this presentation. So at any time, feel free to open up that chat box and use the button at the bottom of your screen. Drop any questions or comments in there. We'll do our best to address them before we conclude this open house. However, if your question doesn't get answered, we'll provide you with our contact information so that you can connect with us via email or on our social media outlets. And we'll definitely follow up after the presentation concludes. Just want to make one more note. We are recording this session. So if you do happen to miss any information or you want to go back and look at the presentation, you could do this at any time. We will be posting the video link to this on our cedaorg.net website, as well as our social media outlets. So thank you all for those that took a few moments to answer the poll. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll now. Just give me a second to do that very briefly. All right, I am ending the poll. Thank you guys for your participation. And before we jump into our, before we jump into the agenda, I just want to thank our corporate partner, Bright Healthcare, for making today's presentation possible. Bright Healthcare has been instrumental in working with CEDA as far as launching these open house webinars. We recently had a very special live Q&A with representatives from Bright Healthcare, and their health insurance experts answer questions about the Affordable Care Act insurance options and how to connect your family with the best insurance options for them. Now, if you want to check that link out or check the recording out, we will be providing that link later in the presentation, so please stay tuned. Now, jumping into the presentation, we're going to go through the steps of completing your FsACE BRP application one step at a time. Now, what is the FsACE BRP program? Now, this program is funded in part by ICA, the Illinois Community Action Agency Association. So thank you very much for ICA for the support and providing the resources to administer this program in Cook County. Now, BRP, as I mentioned previously, is all about supporting people and taking away barriers. For instance, if you need help for paying for car repairs, we can help you pay for that. If you're having trouble getting job certifications, we're here to help with that as well. And if you do need something as small as interview clothes, we got you covered. This program offers a number of benefits and services. And as you can see on this long list on the slide here, this gives a brief snapshot of all that BRP provides relief with. Because we are a case management program, our team will work closely with you over the course of 90 days to get you the things that you need in order to help get your financial situation under control so you can focus on some of the more important things of life. Now, before we walk you through the application process for FsACE and BRP, we want to first get you ready to apply. Now, one of the first questions you want to ask yourself is, do I meet the eligibility requirements? Now, to qualify for all FsACE services to include BRP, you must first be a resident of Suburban Cook County and meet the income guidelines. Again, you need to be a resident of Suburban Cook County, not the city of Chicago. And as you can see on this slide, we do have a brief snapshot of those income guidelines. So for example, if you're in a household of 4, you need to be at or below $2,760 in less than 30 days in order to qualify. Now, I know we're viewing these income guidelines, but I do want to make a quick note that there will be new income guidelines released very soon. As soon as we get that information, we'll be sure to share it with you, not only on our social media outlets, but our websites as well. So please keep checking our website, CEDAorg.net, www.CEDAorg.net, and our social media outlets for updates on the income guidelines, as well as other program updates. Now, also, as I mentioned previously, you do need to be a resident of Suburban Cook County in order to apply. You also need to be employed, seeking employment, or enrolled in a vocational training program and be a part of the SNAP program. Now, as you see on the slide here, these are a few items that you need to start your application, or items that you need to prepare before you contact us to apply. You need your state issued ID, which could be your driver's license, a state ID, consular identification card, also known as a CID card, a passport, or any government issued documentation with your name, your photo, and a current address. Now, your proof of social security numbers is needed for all members of the household. And lastly, we need a proof of 30-day income for all household members. Now, once our team looks at your initial application, they may ask you for a few extra documents, but that is only on a case-by-case basis. Now, next, you'll want to get your documents ready. Now, on this slide, you'll see a copy of our COVID application, and there is a mention of our universal signature page. Now, you will need to download these documents from our website and turn them in with our application. Now, if you need any assistance accessing or completing these 2 documents, please let us know. Our team is ready to step in and assist you where needed. Please keep in mind that you can find these documents online at www.cedaorg.net/family support and community engagement. We'll be sure to add that link at the end of the chat in case you wanted to review the site later on. So now that you know what items are needed to prepare your application, let's talk about what you need to do to apply. Now, you may start the application process online by filling out the pre-application, again, at the website I mentioned before. You can find that information at www.cedaorg.net/family support and community engagement. Again, just going over those eligibility requirements. You need to live in Suburban Cook County. You need to be employed, seeking employment, or enrolled in a vocational training program. And lastly, you need to be a part of a SNAP program, whether you are directly receiving SNAP benefits or a part of a SNAP household. You need to be eligible for SNAP benefits with a pending application, or you've recently been removed from SNAP due to benefit time limits within the past 9 months. And lastly, you're an able-bodied adult without dependents. And again, I know I keep reiterating this, but as I referenced in the previous slide, you do need to meet the expanded income guidelines that were shown previously. And again, keep a lookout for those upcoming new income guidelines. Now, if you are having trouble with technology and you are unable to start or finish the application process online, don't worry, please give our FsACE team a call. I'll give you that number now if you're ready to copy. It's area code 312-795-8948. Again, the direct number for our FsACE team is 312-795-8948. What's going to happen is our team will gather some initial information from you over the phone, then set you up with an appointment to complete your application. Now, we've discussed some of the things that you need to do to prepare your application. And before I bring one of our program experts in to talk about some of the common reasons applications are denied and even address some frequently asked questions, I wanted to go over some of the next steps of what happens after you prepared your documents and submitted your application to our team. As you can see on the slide, 5 days after you apply, whether it's via the pre-application or over the phone, our team will reach out to you regarding what needs to be done to finish or complete your application. Our FsACE representatives are available again to walk you through the process from start to finish, and they'll assist you all along the way to completion. Now, please keep in mind that it may take 1 or 2 weeks for final approval, so please have your supporting documentation ready before you apply. Doing so will shorten the application and the approval time. Now, again, before bringing in our very special program expert, I do want to encourage you all, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. We will be collecting them. Our teams online is collecting them, and we'll address them soon. So really quickly, here to walk us through some of the common questions that our clients may have or customers may have and reasons applications are denied is our FsACE director, Ms. Shanta McGee. Hi, Shanta. Thank you for taking time to be in here today.
Hey, James. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. The show is yours. Let's talk about some of these denials and get to these frequently asked questions, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Let's get started.
Okay, perfect.
So some of the reasons people are denied for service is, one, let's talk about the first thing. A lot of people apply for the program, and one reason that people are denied is they don't qualify. So James did an amazing job of kind of giving you a summary of reason what the qualifications are for the program. It's really important that you live in Suburban Cook County. And it's also really important that you meet our income guidelines and that you can provide us proof of those things, right? So you have to provide us proof that you reside in Suburban Cook County. So if we don't receive those documents when you apply, we will deny your application. So that's just one reason, that a lot of reasons people are denied. Another reason that people are denied for the program is that unfortunately they're not looking for employment, and they're not employed, and they're not in a vocation and training program. This program is an amazing opportunity, really, because we're getting an opportunity to reduce barriers related to employment. So if you're seeking employment, or you're employed, or you're in a vocational or training program, and you're having some difficulties right now, this program is really here to address your needs. So earlier, James gave you a long list of the things that's covered by this program. This program does an awesome job of really trying to look at barriers. What is preventing households from really accessing or be able to maintain their employment? So if you're struggling to pay your rent, or you're struggling with auto repair, other things related to that, and that's some of the barriers you're experiencing, this program is here to address it. The other thing, or another reason why people are denied, is they're not a SNAP recipient, or they don't have a pending application with SNAP. This program really is for SNAP recipients, so you do have to be a SNAP recipient to be able to access this program. So If you're not eligible for SNAP services, unfortunately, you would not be eligible for this program as well. Let's go on to some of the frequently asked questions, if you don't mind. So let's talk about some reasons why, some really quick questions people always have for this program. So you're asking me, can people without Social Security numbers apply to the program? Absolutely, you definitely can apply, but it's really important that you understand this program is for SNAP recipients. So if your household is not a household that receives SNAP benefits, then you wouldn't be eligible for this program. So that's important. You can apply if you don't have a Social Security number, of course, but if no one in your household receives SNAP benefits, you wouldn't be eligible for this program. So James was talking about how important it is to sign off on the application you're submitting to the program. We do take electronic signatures. So if you're a person that is great online, that's awesome. You're going to be able to download the application and you can electronically sign the document and send it over to us. But if you're a person who you still like to be able to print document and you like those wet signatures, you can sign that document as well and bring it to our office, or you can mail it to us as well. So does the BRP program cover mortgage payment or assessment fees? Unfortunately, we do not. We do not cover those things with this program. The barrier reduction program really only covers rental assistance, but if you do have a mortgage payment and you're delinquent in your mortgage and you're struggling because of the COVID pandemic, we do have other programs that could assist with that. So it's really important that you still complete your application, you still enroll, tell us what your needs are, and we'll do our best to assist you. And if CEDA can't assist you, we'll refer you to the agency that can. One really a big thing is people always ask, can I apply for multiple things related to BRP? Because James showed you a slide with a long list of services that's covered under this program. And if your household has multiple barriers, multiple reasons that you're struggling, absolutely, we definitely could repair your car and help you find a uniform for your place of employment. All those things can be covered. Or if you don't drive, we do cover the cost of Ubers, gas, bus cards, all that fun stuff. So please realize that you don't have to apply for only one service at a time. You can apply for multiple services at a time for this program. Our goal is try to help you stay employed or find a job or stay in your vocational program. That's the most important thing. So James, hopefully I did a good job of providing a brief overview, and I'm sure we may have some questions in the chat.
Actually, I want to say you did a great job, a fantastic job. We greatly appreciate your insight and the information you shared. It's very important, especially for those that have had trouble applying or been denied for services previously, that they pay attention to the information that you just shared regarding some of those frequently asked questions or common reasons people are denied. So thank you again, Shanta, for sharing that insight. Now, to all of the viewers out there, if we didn't address your question in the FAQ, please drop your questions in the chat. I'm gonna ask Ms. McGee to stick around for a few moments just to address some of your questions live. Is that okay with you, Shanta?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to answering questions.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to start answering those questions now. So let me go to the questions that we have, the planted sheet. I'll start there, and if we have any live questions, we'll address those as they come in. So the first question from the planted question is, what employment or training resources does FsACE or do you provide?
Oh, absolutely. So FsACE has a lot of programs. So BRP is just one program under our department. We also have an employment program, right? So if you're looking for employment, you're struggling to find a job and you need assistance with that, we help with that. So we have a program to help you with, fixing updating your resume, finding you a job placement. So you're struggling to just find a job, we can assist with that. We have a team that really works to help families and individuals find a job. So that is one aspect. And if you want to go back to school, we have a trade skill program. So we can help you with that as well. So those things we are able to assist, even though it's not covered under BRP, it's covered under FsACE.
And that's a great point to mention, Shanta. BRP is a new program. It has a lot of amenities and a lot of services involved, but it's not the full scope of what FsACE offers. So Shanta did a great point of kind of highlighting some of the services that are available through the FsACE department overall, not just BRP. And as she mentioned, not only do they help with job and employment training or preparation, we can help with the credentialing. So if you need money to get that certification or to finish school, please contact our FsACE department. We'd be happy to assist and help you get on your path to your career. So thanks, Shanta. Just moving right on, we do have a few questions coming in the chat. I'll just move right through the list. I think you mentioned this earlier, but I'll go ahead and ask because this is one of the questions. Can people apply? Can people without social security numbers apply for BRP?
Absolutely. So you can apply for BRP, but it's really important to remember that this is a SNAP recipient program, right? So if your household has no one who receives SNAP, unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible. So customers and residents who are undocumented and who have no social security number are able to apply for this program. But unfortunately, if no one in your home receives SNAP benefits, you wouldn't be eligible for this program.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. And I see some of these questions have already come in previously, so I'll hold on upon asking. But I do see a question that says, if I need job interview clothes, what's the turnaround timeline for receiving those clothing items?
Yeah, so, we've been really fortunate to be able to do amazing work with this program. So assuming you turned in everything as requested, you turn in everything, you have a job interview, you need to get the clothes for that. We've been really fortunate that we turn around is about a week, I would tell you, for that. And that's really quick. That's getting approval from the state for the program. That's us cutting the check. And then that's us also providing that payment for that customer to go pay that vendor for that service. So yeah, it's about a week.
That is fantastic. And that's great information. I know we hear a lot about, job development, job training, job placement, but we don't talk about what assistance is available prior to the people even, reaching that job interview. So again, if you didn't catch that, there is a great resource where we do provide clothing to help with your grooming and appearance prior to going into that job interview or into that important meeting. So thank you, Shanta, for sharing that information.
And James, one more thing with that as well, but just don't realize it's not just for interviews. So if you have a job and you're struggling, your job may ask that you dress a certain, you have a work demand that they're requiring business casual or business professional or even a uniform, and you are struggling to meet that expectation, we can assist with that as well. So I want you to realize it's not just for people looking for a job, but it's also people with jobs who are struggling to meet some of the expectations of their place.
So again, if you are employed and you're looking for a different opportunity or a better opportunity, please contact CEDA, our FsACE BRP program, and our staff. We will be happy to assist you find that job or career of your dreams. Now, I do recall you answering this previously, but I'll go ahead and ask again just because it popped up. But does a BRP program cover multiple items, or am I only, able to get assistance with just this one item?
Oh, no. So yeah, we're really thinking this program is extremely important to look at why families are struggling. And we have the flexibility to apply to multiple programs on the customer's behalf. So yeah, they can apply, like stated earlier, they can apply for auto repair. We repair bikes. So if your person is riding a bike, we can repair your bike. We can get the uniform you needed. Or if you're in a vocational program and you needed to pay for this fee, we pay for all that. And we don't make you wait. You can apply for all of them at once.
Fantastic. Thank you for that information. And it looks like we're getting a few more audience questions. They're coming in slowly, but they are coming in. It looks like the question is, are there any deductions that you can make from your income, your gas bills, electric bills, or any other deductions to make an individual's income lower? Is that possible?
No, so we look at gross income. So it's really important that people realize that we look at your income over the last 30 days, gross income. And we look at the entire household income. And so we don't have a lot of flexibility with that because this is federal funds related to that. And so there is just very little limit, very few restrictions. So flexibility, excuse me. So we take your income for 30 days gross, that's before taxes, to see what your income is. And unfortunately, we don't look at your bills and your cost of living as part of that. So I do apologize, but no, we don't have that option.
No problem. Thanks for explaining it. Again, knowledge is power, and all we're doing is educating people so they could take advantage themselves or share the information with a loved one or a neighbor. Now, I do have a question that I just thought of, and I didn't mention it previously, but in regards to applying for this program, how soon can individuals apply for a BRP, and when is the last day or the deadline, before the program closes, or when the program ends?
Yeah, absolutely. So all customers can start applying at this time. They can reach out to information, the 300, the number you provide. I think you gave them a 312 number.
Yeah,
they're going to reach out. They're going to start the application. They're going to send that in. We're going to start looking over those applications and start processing them. We are going to end applications at end of May. So it does take the customers sometimes to apply. I want to be very transparent and say, realistically, we are going to be up and running with this program early January. So right now, customers are going to be submitting documents to us. We're going to be starting processing applications in January. So you could definitely submit now. We'll be very transparent and let you know that we'll start processing applications in January, but you are able to start the intake process now or start the submitting of documentations now. Okay. We gave you a deadline of May 31st. The program actually ends in June, but we will stop once we run out of funds. And last year we did run out of funds. So we really encourage anyone to submit by May 31st. I know that seems like a long way from now, but when we're out of funds, we're out of funds.
That's a great point to know. And for all you viewers out there, I'm not sure if you caught it, but Shanta says the application for BRP will open in January of next year, 2022, but you can start preparing and submitting your documents as early as today. So please get those in. And I'm not sure if you caught the last part, but she said the program year is designed to go until June or May 31st. However, due to demand and funding usage, there's a good chance that those funds may run out. So if you are in need of these services, or if you're interested or know someone who is interested in BRP, please have them apply right away. You don't want to wait until next April or next February to apply. Please get that information together and submit those forms to our FsACE team so we can start that application process for you as soon as January rolls around. Now, Shanta, you did bring up one point, and I see this came in through the chat. So the question was, what is the number to refer clients to call? And I'll spell that out for you guys if you're ready to copy it down. It's area code 312-795-8948. Again, the direct number to discuss FsACE as well as the BRP program. Give us a call at 312-795-8948. And it looks like we got a general housekeeping question that just came in. It says, will we be able to see a playback of this later? Absolutely. We are recording this program or this open house live on Zoom. We will be housing this on our website, CEDAorg.net, and we will also be placing a link to the discussion in our social media outlets. So that's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So if you aren't following us or you haven't liked us yet, please go ahead and do so. It's a great way to stay informed, not only on the BRP and all the other FsACE programs, but any other activities or program updates that CEDA is providing. We tend to house those on social media or our website. So please, www.cedaorg.net for more information. I advanced the slide a little too soon. We're still on the question and answer, Shanta. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I do see a question in regarding health insurance. I'll just read it out and you go ahead and answer. It says, can you help with getting health insurance or unemployment? I was denied free health care, but I cannot afford anything on the marketplace since my only income is unemployment. So very interesting question, but go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. That's more of a case management question for us. So we do offer case management, and that's part of our case management to assist families with that. What I would tell you is that our team will provide you with some resources or referrals for that, for related to health insurance, but we don't actually complete the application, but we can refer you to agencies that do. So I want to be clear about what our team can offer, but they know the agencies that can assist you, so they can refer you to the right place. But they themselves traditionally don't do the application for Medicaid, or probably this person is probably not applying for Medicaid, or they were doing Affordable Care Act, probably trying to assist for health insurance there. But they definitely can give them a referral. There's multiple agencies that help you apply for Medicaid. And our staff could definitely link you to those resources.
Perfect. No, thank you very much, Shanta, for that answer. Thank you, viewer, for that question. That is very important. And we know, Health Insurance Affordable Care Act is a very big deal, especially this time of year when open enrollment has already started. As Ms. McGee mentioned, we do not directly assist with your health insurance payments, but you can work with your family support specialist or FsACE representative to seek health insurance options. And as I mentioned previously, just a shameless plug for our corporate sponsor that helped provide some of the resources for this event, Bright Healthcare. We did a great open house or Q&A with them last week. That web link is on our website. So if you want to go back and view the CEDA Helps Understanding the Affordable Care Act with Bright Healthcare, that should be on our social media and our website ready for you to review. So thank you very much for that question. Just moving right along, I see a few more coming through, and I'm just checking time. I think we're okay on time. But the next question is, do you only help the applicant, or can others in the household receive services? That's a fantastic question, Shanta.
It is actually. No, we actually help the entire household. So there, for example, last year we had a family where the person who received SNAP is the person who applied for the program, but he had an adult child that was just starting a part-time job, and he had a part-time job. And so we assisted both of them, right? She wanted to go back to school. So she had a part-time job and she was in school. So we helped her with multiple programs. And then the father was also being assisted. So the entire household is assisted. We really believe it's important to provide resources to the entire household. So even though one person is applying, we look at the needs of the entire household and we provide services to try to address it. So it's a great question. Thanks for asking.
Fantastic question. Again, it doesn't stop with just the applicant. We are responsible for not only helping the individual, but the entire family. So as Ms. McGee just referenced, if you are an applicant and you feel like there's additional services that someone in your household or someone living with you can utilize, please let your FsACE representative know. If we don't have those services in-house, as Ms. McGee said, we can refer you out to agencies that provide those assistance or programs for you to take advantage of. So thank you for that great question, and thank you, Ms. McGee, for your answer. So I'm monitoring. It looks like the chat is slowing down a little bit, Shanta. I'll give it a few more moments to see if anything else is coming in. But again, I just wanted to thank all of the viewers. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop those on the chat. If you're having trouble dropping the questions in the chat, I'll share the outreach team information at the end of the presentation, and you could contact us directly via email or our social media. So I'm just combing through to see if we have any more questions coming through. I don't want to cut anybody off, but I definitely don't want to keep you waiting for any new questions. So give it a few seconds. I guess that is the last question that'll come through for the day. I see somebody type in. No, okay. Well, no worries. That will fortunately wrap up our question and answer portion for today's open house. We definitely thank you for your time and your questioning today. We appreciate all the comments and the feedback that you provided. I definitely want to give a huge thank you again to Ms. Shanta McGee, our FsACE director, for joining us and sharing information not only on BRP, but FsACE as well. On this slide here, we did want to show a few of the important links that we discussed during the presentation that we didn't get a chance to drop in the chat. But as you can see on the slide, we do have the instructions online for how to apply for BRP. So if you haven't done so already, whenever you get a chance, please visit that website. We've also attached the link for our FsACE and COVID relief programs. And lastly, you can learn more about CEDA services by visiting our website, again, cedaorg.net/find services. Now, before we go, just moving on to the next slide, we did want to extend another huge shout out to our corporate partner, Bright Healthcare, for making this event possible. ICA, our funder, for providing the avenue and the resources for administering this program. We do have one request, if we may, before you leave. If you are unable to apply for services for yourself, we ask that you please share the information that you heard and you learned today with your loved ones and your neighbors. We need your help in getting this information out to the community, and you're our best resource in doing so. So please let your neighbors, friends, and loved ones know that these services are available. Just in regards to some of our upcoming webinars, we want you to be on the lookout for our next CEDA Helps open house, which will be focused on water bill assistance through our utility billing relief, or UBR program. This next open house will take place Wednesday, December 8th at 1 p.m. So please visit our website, cedaorg.net, or our social media for the registration, event information, as well as other program updates. Again, if there are any questions or comments on the information shared today, or if you have any additional requests, we do have our team email on this last slide. So reach out to us at the outreach team directly at outreach@cedaorg.net. We're standing by, we're ready to assist you and help with whatever we can. And with that, I do want to wish you well. Thank you again, Shanta, for your participation and helping educate our viewers today. And I want to wish you all a very safe travel and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you and goodbye.
Thanks, guys.